National Football League. And we've got CeeDee Lamb. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Prescott on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. The Cowboys at 4-5, a game under 500. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Bad confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. From the red zone now, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. We're scoreless after 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. So here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And some room to work. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched in nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, Johnny Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Play fake. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott on fourth down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
On second down, Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties and better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Prescott to throw it. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Carson Wentz sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He's got Smith here. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. To throw, Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have the Vikings first down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And we'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Inside give to Elliott. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On play action, Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Go ahead. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. run for it. Cook. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Meanwhile, Cousins throw there, taken in by Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the
So
play,
the folks in New
ruling
York
on the
just going to
field
wind up
stands.
confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. On second down, Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
Offense. That penalty is declined.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half? It lets you know that you've got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.